You are looking live at our house.
In the middle of our house, it has a crowd.
Our house no longer has a crowd. Are you kidding me? Look at this. We're in some new spaces here. And we are getting ready.
Oh, I got dizzy.
For what are you doing tomorrow?
Kiddos, these chairs are great.
Yeah, the chairs move, the desk move,
It causing a ruckus already.
move. There's a clock up in every room. So how many more when y'all ask me what time is it?
You can look.
And it's digital.
It's digital.
Look at this. Would you look at this technology? Look at that.
And there's like the Apple TV on there to be able to for the teachers to do it wirelessly. Now we don't know if that'll be ready for day one. Mr. Neighbors is working on it, and so hopefully he has something ready to go by then. But if not, we'll have it ready by next week at the earliest or the latest, and they'll still be able to show everything. Like we got new furniture.
Yeah, this is a drain plug, so we can actually put water in our sinks.
That is just crazy talk, though, too. Because it used to be there were enough things in that sink that would keep it clogged, so they didn't drain very well, at least back to 709 for years. We have regular rolling chairs. We have tall chairs. We have tall desks. They all roll. Now, certainly, we'll teach how to lock the legs so they don't move around so much. But it's talk about flexibility. We have casework up in here. The teachers can keep their coats and. Now we have new lockers, which we're not using this year, but my goodness, I mean, it is brand spanking new up here. You have got to.
Smells good.
Smells new.
It smells really clean in here too. So we are live, and I think we are in 3 rooms all in a row. We are.
And we can't hear each other.
I'm in Miss Sheridan's INS classroom.
I'm in Miss Webb's science room.
And I'm in Mr. Newsom's science room.
So the only room that's different that doesn't show is the math room. The math has that dividable partition in the middle. That's all whiteboard, by the way. And so they can whiteboard up on that and whiteboard on their board. And I'll tell you what, too, and you're in science classrooms, you have bulletin boards. Well, science classrooms really never had bulletin boards. And so now we have the set bulletin board for everybody.
There it is.
Also, too, it looks like we have a ladder match coming up here.
You have ladders, kids.
We have ladders.
We're doing science experiments with ladders.
We're using ladders. And Mr. Essex and I were looking at some of the new spaces today, and I actually got on the elevator and went to the second floor. So I thought the elevator, I said, Mr. Essex, how do you like the elevator? He goes, oh, it has its ups and downs.
Oh,
He actually didn't say that, but he said it for the purposes of the joke I went for there. So, yeah, I mean, it's
So exciting.
great students. I mean, tomorrow, 8th graders are going upstairs. On Thursday, 7th graders are going downstairs. And also, too, if you have, so that means too, so let's see, Mr. Newrider has an environmental studies class. So some 7th graders will be going upstairs for that. Mr. Brewer has a
Social justice.
no, he has. Oh no, he has current events. 7th graders will be going up for that. Miss Campbell's going into A or C 200, and that I know some even 6th graders will go up into that room for advanced math. And then the next day, 7th graders will be down here, and then I know Miss Webb has environmental studies, and Miss Courtney has social justice, and Miss Sheridan has an intro to social sciences. And then Mr. Allen, for some of you like 6th graders are going into the South Gym. Those of you that have Mr. Allen for social justice, he'll be in that South Gym, but you guys are used to that because you have some classes down there already. And we're going to clear out the cafetorium. And by August of next year, like I said, we'll be using that for a cafetorium. We'll be eating in there and doing all kinds of concerts in there, wonderful concerts. And so, tell you what,
This is beautiful.
we're coming live from, we've never done a location shot, I don't believe, before. We've never done a live from anywhere. So I'm actually in front of, there's every room here has its own separate heating element. And so,
Mine's turned on.
not to say you can keep it nice and toasty all the time, but we can actually tell the computers to either warm up or cool down a room rather than trying to, sometimes right now we heat up one room and all of a sudden, like we're heating up the exterior rooms and then all of a sudden the middle of the building, like Miss Neff, it ends up being 85 and everybody else is 70. So we're not perfect. I'm going to say that
Yeah.
wise, but we're going to be getting there in the long run because of the fact that we'll start taking new controls over everything. Now we're not using lockers, and we're going to try to keep the traffic one way. There are 3 different ways you can cut across the hallway, and we'll be in here all day on Wednesday and Thursday too to kind of show you the different ways to get places.
Mhm.
Mr. Officer Chandler, we're posting right now just some basic fire and fire alarms or fire drill and tornado drills. I will say this, we have to do a drill every month. We're going to do a hold and secure later today, very basic, so we can kind of get to where everything we need to go out is, because we have sidewalks coming out of here and we've got to try to tell the teachers and help with the teachers and help with ourselves, even understanding our new exits. And so we'll have to do some, we know how to do a tornado drill in March, but we'll just do a hold and secure this afternoon with you. Very basic. Hold and secure means we just make sure our doors are locked, and then we make sure they're closed, and every kid who's ever out has to go back to their classroom. It's not the same as a lockdown where you go in the closest classroom, but we're going to go ahead and do a hold and secure this afternoon to kind of, we get one man-made drill a week or a year, and this will be our one because it's still cold and melty and there's snow everywhere. Hopefully that starts melting here soon. And then, but no, we're excited. If you're not excited either, I know the teachers are excited. They were moving a few things in there, not official moves, but they were just putting a few posters and things in here today. Now, the one thing is we can't put anything on the walls for 90 days in case there's any kind of fixing things we have to do. So that gets you out to the end of the year. So they'll be able to use whiteboards and windows to put things on and some of the casework to put some stickers on if you need to, not stickers, but post-it paper. We have to keep these clear. Students, we know that every once in a while you guys have some body control issues, like you're running into things. Please don't run too hard into the walls, please. These are not cinder block like we're used to.
Walk straight lines.
They are very nice. They are not, no longer you're talking about cinder block, you can't get Wi-Fi through. These are
Anymore.
kind of more sturdy particle, or not particle board, but gypsum and drywall. So very excited.
Yep.
But
This
it
is-
smells really clean. New paint smells really clean. So,
yeah. It's awesome.
and they all look the same. I mean, some of the floor, like there's a little purple flavor to the 7th grade, and you can see that a little bit in Miss Barbara's room there. A little bit of purple in there. There's a little bit of blue upstairs.
Look who's joining us.
Oh my goodness.
It's a teacher.
That is why it's live. It's live. We're in live in location.
This is what happens when you go live, folks. Teachers come in.
Just come in and want to see their rooms.
This is Miss Webb checking out her
I'm
room.
excited about her room, you can tell. So
We're doing announcements straight from
we're
you.
not, yeah, I know. We're showing everybody the live action. But Miss Webb's gonna get to go into her room though until Wednesday morning. She'll be in her room for period 2 or 5 on Wednesday. So, all right. So let's go ahead and get to announcements. I know it's exciting to show you some places, but let's go ahead and get to our announcements. All right. It is Tuesday, February the 23rd. 2021. And although we did talk about walls, did we not? Let's last a little bit here. Ms. Barber, are you ready for this?
Yes.
Mr. Walshield would like, speaking of walls and wall shield, Mr. Walshield's advisory, they put a mask on the Kool-Aid man, and they put you in here laughing, and they put a wall that busted through. They love Kool-Aid, and they wanted you to know about this. I saw this, and I'm like, well, and it is only, actually, we need in these walls in here. We need wall shields. So I don't know how.
They're busting through walls.
Yeah, but we don't want the Kool-Aid in here, but they love Kool-Aid. They wanted you to know. So that's
They
Mr.
clearly
Walshield's
love
advice.
Kool-Aid. Thank you.
And I love how, if
appreciate
you
that.
look, the Kool-Aid man is wearing a mask. And so
Yes, he is.
he's following all COVID protocols. So
To find a mask that big to fit the Kool-Aid man's face, that's impressive.
they just
Good job,
wanted to let
Kool-Aid
you
man.
know that Kool-Aid was their favorite.
Cool.
All right, students, start your day at Canvas every day. msdwt.instructure.com. Every day starts at Canvas. Parents, start your day at westlaneparents.com or Parent Square. Parent Square is where we send information weekly and your teachers send it daily. Parent Portal is westlaneparents.com, has the daily schedule and the weekly schedule posted all times. And also, too, they have the technology form that you can fill out if you can't reach them by phone. All right, let's talk about being respectful on Zoom. Ms. Vinson.
Being respectful on Zoom, please make sure you mute your microphone when you are not speaking and have your camera on whenever possible. Please give your full attention to the speaker and always use respectful language.
All right, Ms. Barber talked about being responsible in the room.
Responsible or respectful?
What did I say?
Responsible.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Did I
I
do
said
the right one?
respectful for the, oh, no, just be responsible here too. My bad.
Okay, we're going to be responsible. The first thing we're going to be responsible doing in these beautiful new rooms is not touching the walls. Okay, we're going to bring our device and charger every single day. We're going to make sure that device is charged. We're going to ask questions when you don't understand, especially in these new spaces. You may not know where you're going. So make sure you ask questions and keep everything you need in your backpack because you won't be using lockers.
And also, too, oh my goodness, these desks have, if you feel on the side, and maybe not on the side of the science tables yet, but I know Mr. Kneebone's working on that. There are hooks to put your bags on the desk.
Look,
Unbelievable.
Right there. Thought of everything, folks.
I know. I'm telling you, it's like this is like yes, and I'm just it's amazing. Technology issues, please call 317-254-5566. If again, also on westlaneparents.com, there is the West Lane form for you to fill out. Don't forget, West Lane Student Alliance for Equity. Their next meeting is next Monday, March 1st, 12:05 to 1 o'clock on Zoom. All club info and Zoom links can be found on SAFE Canvas course. Any questions, please see Ms. Courtney. She'll be broadcasting her SAFE next week from right next door to this room.
We had a good meeting today, a really good meeting.
Excellent. All right, celebrating Black History Month. Today is Fannie Lou Hamer. It is by Asuncion Garcia. I believe she's in Mr. Andre's advisory, but I could be wrong about that. But I think Mr. Andre's advisory. And Fannie Lou Hamer was an American voting and women's rights activist, community organizer, and a leader in the civil rights movement. She was the co-founder and vice chair of the Freedom Democratic Party, which she represented at the 1964 Democratic National Convention. Songs about her: "This Little Light of Mine," "I'm Going Down to the River of Jordan," "Oh Lord, You Just Know How I Feel." She was born October 6, 1917 in Montgomery County, Mississippi, and she passed away on March 14th in 1977. Her famous quote was, "I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired." And that's by Fannie Lou Hamer. And thank you, Asuncion, for teaching us more about Fannie Lou Hamer.
Yes.
All right, we got some birthdays today.
Happy birthday.
Diana Harris, happy birthday, Diana.
Happy birthday.
Diana.
Cheyenne Hornberger, happy birthday, Cheyenne.
Happy birthday.
J.R. Schrader, happy birthday, J.R.
Birthday, JR.
Oh, it works. It works even in the new building. So we got we got dual Wildcat sports reports. First off, our award-winning dance team, we actually can say that because they won major awards last year in their age group, and they continue to place high in our ensemble routines and at the invitationals. The dance team a couple weekends ago won 2nd and 6th place for POM and ensemble routines at Crawfordsville Dance Invitational. Nice job, Coach Peacock and ladies.
Awesome.
And then our girls basketball team. So in the last last week, they competed in the first, second, and third round of the Marion County tournament. They beat the Southport Cardinals in round 1, 39-26. They beat New Augusta 44-17. And Mr. Bishop did let me know that it was a very impressive victory, ladies. And then they played Fall Creek Valley And actually they got beat by Fall Creek Valley this weekend. I will say this, Fall Creek Valley and our girls team played in the Marion County Championship last year, and Fall Creek Valley did win. But as Ms. McGee said, they really learned they could play with them. So I'm going to call it here. I'm saying it now. We're going to get them back in the MIC. All right. So when the MIC tournament comes around, we are going to be victorious and win the MIC, because that way you get put on opposite ends of the bracket there. And our girls team is just one spot behind now in the MIC.
Yep.
So nice job, ladies. Keep working hard and
Yep.
keep getting ready for the MIC and the rest of the year. But continue your wonderful sportsmanship and teamwork, and you play hard all the way to the end.
That's right.
Don't forget right now. And Miss Barbara's causing a ruckus with her chairs, and that's the chairs are actually called the ruckus chairs. So second step right now, again, is talking about things that are important to you, things that are meaningful to you in our SEL presentation. I know some people think, oh, well, that's not always applicable to me, but how can you make it applicable? You don't have to just stick with talking about what happened in the lesson. You can share other things that are happening in your life that you would like to talk about with your fellow students. Again, we want to give this as a space for you to feel safe, to speak your mind and speak your truth. In second step, even if it's not agreeing exactly with the lessons, although I've seen a lot of lessons and they do a pretty decent job of covering what you're going through. Although I will tell you this, they don't cover what we've had for COVID. And so we know that you're going through maybe some things that weren't covered there. But again, don't feel this is an open space for you to have open dialogue and talk about what you're feeling inside. So please take advantage of this during your advisory time. And know this, that the mission of Wesleyan Middle School is to develop lifelong learners and globally minded citizens by fostering the academic, creative, and social skills needed to achieve excellence in a multicultural environment. Every Wildcat, every day gets better. Now, we talked about what at our leadership meeting the other day, we wonder if that mission statement means things to the kids. And so we're almost wondering if we should have a kid-friendly, kid-generated I can statement or some kind of mission that they want to see. So students be thinking about that. Maybe what you see in Wesleyan and what you want to get out of school. Maybe that's what becomes more of our mission statement here at Wesleyan. That's actually kid-driven. I know, because some of those words we use are very adult-driven and very professional sounding. And so we want to make sure that the kids have a voice in what we do and say around here. So, and I do know this, I remember back in 2017, when we had gotten our referendum dollars, I know that 7th grade Shark Tank that year actually talked about some things they wanted to see in the room and see in Wesleyan, and when we were redoing things, and some of their pieces actually were put in place here. Now, not everything. There were certain things that we couldn't do, like when somebody wanted a walkway, like how you see at the airport, to walk them around. We couldn't do that. That'd have been a little pricey. But some of the things they put in, like cabinets and a lot of whiteboard and big windows. I remember that was talked about with our architects. They planned it, and it's been it's been since last October or August, they started building the cafetorium. They didn't start building this until March of last year. In fact, they couldn't even tear it up or tear it down because we couldn't move out until May. So this has been it's not been that long time coming, but it's amazing to see the difference. So those of you who walk the hallways as 7th graders and are coming in here as 8th graders are going to be utterly, utterly amazed. And for those of you that have never been at Wesleyan before, it's going to look nice because it's just brand new.
It's
So.
new.
But yeah, so your teachers will take you on some tours the day too, just kind of show you where restrooms are at, show you in and out pretty easy. It's like the old timey way you could kind of go along the media center and then out the world language halls to exit, although there is a little bit of an indentation. You can kind of see where they're building if you look at Miss Webb's class, you can see where they're building that new window. And that's why that hallway is still closed up in there. So they're still building a new window. And then Especially if you have a 7th grade hallway that's on the north side, you're going to start seeing the 6th grade stuff being torn down pretty quick too. And so they're hoping, again, we're hoping to have that 6th grade redone by next October/November. And then they go into the media center next October, and then they go into the gyms and redo the music areas. And so I tell you what, it's an exciting time to be a WAP. So
It's awesome. I can't wait to see you guys in these classrooms and making new memories, and I love it. This is gonna be an exciting time.
and know this, that the people who went here before are super jealous of you guys for being in a new West Lane. I posted some new pictures on Facebook, and all my former students that I had as a teacher and years ago, they were somewhat salty. Is that a word still
Salty,
used?
yeah.
Salty? Still using salty?
Yes,
Salty.
big time.
I'm sure I'll get an email that says cringe if that was cringe. I think salty is still a term that people
We
use.
may have just made it go out of style.
Yes, yeah. Once I say it, it's over. So,
Done. Find a new word.
but we welcome you to your new house. It's your house, and so we can't wait till you guys get to see it on Wednesday and Thursday. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a great
There's always something
Tuesday.
happening, and it's usually quite loud. Our mum, she's so house proud. Nothing ever slows her